25 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this Wednesday morning. Laura Byrnes is in the studio, and she, of course, is from CareerSource, Citrus, Levy, Marion, and she helps us understand that you can get a pretty good job in this community. She's the go-to person and with the go-to agency that will connect you with a great employer. And I think we're going to meet one today, aren't we?
We are.
Therese?
Mm-hmm.
Therese?
Hello, yes.
Good to meet both. Good to meet you, Therese.
Thank
and
you,
Laura,
you too.
good to see you again.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Doing very well on this crazy day. I was telling Therese, it looked like fall has finally hit Ocala. The trees at my home
Now that
have
it's almost
finally
springtime, yeah.
turned gold and red and have just fell overnight on my car and in my yard. I was like, where's this been all this time? But yeah.
Get your camera out and say, hey, it's foliage. We got foliage going.
Spring will be coming any second. That's true. Oh, gosh.
It is funny how that works,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, it's been warm. It's crazy. Oh, well.
So I was trying to look at Teresa's uniform to figure out what you do. Visiting angels. There must be some kind of health care.
We are non-medical home health.
Non-medical home health.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I can't wait to learn about that because I might need that.
Hey, you want to stay at home when you get older? That's what you go for.
Oh, I have to wait? Sorry.
Hey, you know.
Well, we do, before we jump into Visiting Angels, which is fantastic, as usual, we have a lot of hiring events going on. Now, there was a certain op-ed piece recently that said, oh, we're X thousand of jobs in the whole compared to this time last year, and that was looking at the December numbers because at the time we don't have the January numbers yet. And, okay, I just want to point out, the for-profit, the private sector is adding jobs to this MSA, this Metropolitan Institute, to Marion County, hand over fist. We have, over the year, job growth, but where we're seeing apparently the dip is in the farm jobs, non-farm jobs. We have private sector job growth.
Okay.
So we are seeing, that's got to be where the decline is in that other area of about approximately 25,000 jobs that don't qualify as the non-ag or non-farm. So if you are an employer like Teresa is, or a manufacturer, and you're going, what? I know we're hiring. I know. You're not imagining it. You're not dreaming it. We are seeing job growth. It may not be in agriculture. It may not be in some of those other areas that aren't captured in the non-farm. But pat yourself on the back if you're an employer, because you are doing a fantastic job and you are helping this economy. So I don't want people to think that that people are just giving up, leaving, and not getting jobs. That's just not the case.
That sounds pretty optimistic.
That's my
yeah.
soapbox.
That's
And here's a few examples of some of the hiring events I've been talking about. Tomorrow, SunPro Solutions is having a hiring event at our Ocala Career Center, and that's taking place from 9 to 1. They're looking for finished trim carpenters, and the employer is willing to train you if you have basic carpentry skills.
So you have to be from Finland?
Yeah. Also, we're also helping, the same day, we're helping Manpower fill some warehouse positions. On Friday, Aerial Wave is hiring out at our Citrus County Center in Lecanto, and they're looking for, and I don't know what this is, but if you're in telecommunications, you do. They're looking for tower hands and lead tower hands, so they'll be hiring on Friday.
Skinny guys, tower hands, and lean tower hands.
Ba-dum-bum. You're on a roll today. Next Wednesday on the 10th at our Ocala location, we are assisting Fast Track staffing, and they are filling beaucoup positions: industrial maintenance tech, product packers, production supervisor, recruiters, construction, hospitality, network admin, sales. So if any of those and more, go to, as always, go to our website, CareerSourceCLM.com, look at the calendar of events, and you will find these. And I want to also mention that the following Wednesday, February 17th, our friends with Middlesex Corporation from 10 to 2, they are hiring multiple positions, multiple hires for 20 different positions. Everything from labor, truck drivers, entry-level estimators, to pipe crew lead, crane operators, to field and office engineers, and various superintendents. I mean, from soup to nuts. If you have any skills in roads construction, check that out, because they're typically doing projects on I-75 or nearby highway interstates and highways. So that's all happening. Those are all
Wow.
They're
lots
hiring,
of, lots
folks.
of
They're hiring.
opportunities. Yeah.
And even though there's only 21 business days in this month, February, we have 71 different free workshops, hiring events, mobile resource unit visits going on in February. So again, visit CareerSourceCLM.com and check out the calendar of events. If you need to upskill in any way or get a job. Last but not least, I want to say this because veterans, near and dear to our hearts, space is still available for you for the Navigating Today's World of Work workshop for veterans that takes place on February 8th. So if you would like to make that transition from military to civilian labor force, this is the workshop for you.
There you go. That's awesome. And I just want to mention that it's free.
These are all free, absolutely.
If you are the employer or the employee,
Correct.
when you use CareerSource, you pay nothing, and you end up with a great agency that'll hook
Right.
the employer with the employee, hook up the two. Yeah.
And as you can see, with working with Manpower and Fast Track, we also work with agencies in town too to help them fill their needs. So, one call does it all.
Very cool. Therese, what is your last name?
Lorenzi.
Lorenzi. Oh, I like that. Let me write it down so I don't forget it. I have a story to tell you before we talk about what you do, because just the name alone, Visiting Angels, I think I have something to tell you. Okay. Years ago, for 3 years, I wasn't in radio. I worked in assisted living, and I was the activities director, so I didn't really have any, medical skills. I was just, playing games and driving people around. Well, anyway, one day a lady asked me if I would drive her home, and so she could get some stuff out of her house. And I said, "Oh, sure, no problem." And I drove her home, and she said, "Okay, you can leave." And I said, "I can leave." She said, "I don't want to go back." I said, "Oh my gosh, well, what do I do?" I called my boss. She says, "Oh, you can't leave her there. She's got to come back." And I was stuck. I mean, what are you going to do? I can't. What to do? Put her back in there. And I think what you do sounds like it would have been the perfect thing for this lady.
Yes.
How long has Visiting Angels been around?
We're nationwide, but over 10 years with one owner.
10 years.
Yeah,
See,
the
and this
franchise
was
over 10 years.
This was maybe 15 years ago or more. Yeah.
And we're right in on top of the world, so we're right in the hub of on top of the world. So
Is that where she lived? I think it was on top
think
of the
so,
world.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it was out there, and that where someplace out there. Yeah.
I mean, if we came in, if it was home care she had, she'd be able to stay at home.
Wow.
And live that
But yours
life.
is non-medical.
Non-medical,
Eh.
no nursing, no PT, no OT. Basically, companions, homemakers, CNAs, home health aides.
So typically, how much time do you spend in each house?
It all depends. It could be a minimum of 4 hours all the way up to 24 hours.
Really?
Depends on the client.
24 hours.
Some
Wow.
of them have 24-hour care.
And is that would be 3 shifts, right? Or is
3
it
or
one
4
person?
shifts. It all depends
Oh, okay,
on,
okay.
the time frame and how many.
So do you do this
caregivers.
personally, Therese? Do you?
I used to be a CNA.
And you would be in people's homes for a long. And did you fall in love with the people?
Yes, they become family.
Yeah, I bet.
That's the whole thing, and you get used to them, and you know their routine, and they look forward for you coming,
Are
especially
you
the elderly.
there every day or once a week or?
It's twice a week a minimum,
Uh-huh.
but and then it varies.
And what's the story most of the time? Why do they need help?
A lot of people have Alzheimer's, dementia. They're older. They're by themselves. Their spouses have passed away.
Okay.
So their kids are usually out of state, so they need someone to come in and watch mom and dad. They're worried about them. They don't want to go into an assisted living yet. but
So they
wanna
could be
stay home.
alone and living at home.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's really great. That would have solved this one problem.
It would have. It would have.
You feel so bad too when you don't know what to do. The facility she
Right.
lived in was beautiful. It's the one right there by top of the world. Now it's called I don't know what it's called.
Oh,
Emeritus?
I forget. It was
Yeah,
Emeritus. Yeah.
Brookdale.
that's it.
Yeah, but it was called Park Place at the time.
Right.
You were also able to give respite care then,
Yes.
if there is a couple living there and then there's a caretaker.
Absolutely.
My goodness, we're up against the break already. Okay, we'll take a little break. Therese Lorenzi?
Yes.
Did I say that right?
Yes.
And Laura Byrnes are here. We're going to continue our conversation about Visiting Angels and CareerSource, of course, when we come back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. We'll see times of clouds and sun on this Wednesday, a very warm afternoon high of 78 to 82. Mostly cloudy and balmy Wednesday night with a shower or thunderstorm after midnight, low 63 to 67. Thursday, mostly cloudy with a couple of showers and a thunderstorm crossing the area, highs in the 70s. For Friday, sunshine returns, breezy and cool to the high 62 to 66. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Joe Lundberg.
Oh my, how did another 365 days go by? If you're looking to make a change in 2016, get involved in the health scene. Get rid of the old and try something new, like acupuncture at A Better You. Pain in your joints or knees? Throw out your back every time you sneeze? Then acupuncture is sure to please. From pain to allergies, even the flu, come get acupuncture at A Better You. Call me, Dr. Erica Olstein with A Better You Healthcare today at 352-615-5566.
Robin, let's try a little plant trivia. Name this nursery. It's a not-for-profit, and it teaches growing and caring for plants to their students.
Oh, that's easy. Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? It's a nursery conveniently located between Ocala and Bellevue.
Again, it's Kenny's Place.
Or how about this one? A nursery with a wide variety of just what you need or want at the most reasonable prices.
Kenny's Place, of course.
Kenny's Place at 7677 Southeast 41st Court. Give them a call at 867-1213. It's a caring place for people and plants. It's Kenny's Place.
Stay informed on everything going on in the Villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the Villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Hey, I'm Gary.
And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
All right, 12 minutes before 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Laura Byrnes is here from CareerSource. We get to learn about so many great opportunities for employment here in Marion County and Citrus and Levy County through what Laura does. And today she's introducing us to Therese Lorenzi from Visiting Angels. How many? What do you call the angels? Are they nurses? What do you call them?
No, they're companions, home health aides, CNAs, but we call them angels.
Mostly women?
Yes.
Oh, all women?
No, mostly women. There are some men.
There's some guys?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing that's got to be an issue for some of the people you help. Like they might say, I'd rather have a...
Well, the males will work on the males.
Oh, okay,
Be staffed with the males. We can't staff a male with a female.
Okay.
We just don't do that.
Right. Well, it's smart. Yeah. Smart.
Mm-hmm. And you do background checks and things on all your employees and also on the people that you're going to service?
We do on our employees. We do actually national, state, and federal background check. So we are very stringent with that. It has to be a level 2. Which goes as far back as to where they came from and where they were born, basically, and anything, on their record, we unfortunately don't hire.
I'm starting to narrow in on your accent. Don't tell me yet. I'm going to guess before we're done here.
I know, sir.
Obviously the Northeast, right?
Yes. Tell us a little bit about how, if I want to get a job there, but I may not necessarily have that skill set on my resume, can I still work for you? I mean, what do I need to go through? Or
if you have a year's experience of verifiable reference checks, of taking care of someone, and it can't be anybody other than a family member that you can verify the reference on, you'd be able to come on board a year's experience as a companion. And the good thing about that is we also offer a home health aid course, and that'll enable you to get a better employment as you grow with us.
So let's talk about who you're looking for. How many positions are you looking to fill?
As many as we can.
Really?
It's an ongoing hiring process.
Could somebody be overqualified for this? Like somebody who's a registered nurse, would they be overqualified?
Yes, they would be over. But we do have some that are retired nurses that have stepped back into the field and have worked as CNAs.
So they shouldn't shy away if they just because they have that degree and they can still
Yep, all ages, all areas. We take everybody.
So lots of people you're looking for. And the question that Laura just asked about the training, if you don't already have it, that was a really good question.
Yeah, as long as you have a year's experience and we can check it, you're good to go.
So is there a certificate that typically tells you right off the bat that this person's perfect?
Some of them will have a CNA license that'll come in by the state. Some of them will have home health aid licenses. And the companions usually don't have, our homemakers don't have any type of license. That's when we can actually offer them the HHA class.
And
get it.
I think I mentioned last time, and there are folks who are listening who say, this would be perfect for me, but maybe I don't have that CNA training or whatever. Right. And you can if you are eligible, CNA, that's one of the high demand occupations in our area, and there are,
I bet it is.
We do have financial aid available, not for everybody, but if you have to meet some certain eligibility requirements. But if this is something you're interested in, go to our website, CareerSourceCLM.com, go to the financial assistance section of the Job Seekers Center, and find out what's available, because it's entirely possible we can help pay for the entire amount of your CNA training.
Does Visiting Angels offer health insurance, dental, things like that for their employees?
Unfortunately not. That's something that with the new healthcare that came out and the laws of how many hours, we don't offer the health insurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
Laura and Teresa, if you put your headset on, you'll be able to hear the caller, and just be sure you can hear me. Then whoa, you were near the microphone. Is what that was.
Oh.
Can you hear me, Laura?
I can.
And Teresa? Okay. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Good morning. The question I had deals with younger people. My wife used to clean houses, and she met a woman that had a young son, and he was, I guess, some kind of problem, but mental problem, and she ended up just being his caretaker during the day. Do you do that also?
We do yes, during the day. There's a minimum of 4 hours that we have that we'd be in the home. So we do all different hours.
It's not just limited to people over, let's say, 60 or 70. You can do a young child.
Depending on the age of the child. We usually like to do it around 18 and up, so we won't take care of babies, but depending on the age of the child.
Yeah, this was a boy about 6, and he couldn't go to school because of his distraction and mental anguish and such. And she would just sit with him and teach him the ABCs, just play games with him until the mother got home.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, it sounds like your wife is an angel for
really.
doing that. So, thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That is a good question. But typically, you would not be working with a 6-year-old. Right?
No.
Okay, so now sometimes when Laura brings in people with job opportunities, we talk about the culture of the workplace. In your case, the workplace is not like you wouldn't be in an office, right?
No.
Is there a home base? Does everybody meet at one place in the beginning of the day? Or?
Our home base is in on top of the world. They would come in to either get their paperwork that they need to bring to the client's home and learn about the care plan, about the client, and drop off their paperwork. But basically, we call them on the phone, and once you're in the office, you're out in the home.
It's got to be New York, right?
Yes.
Right.
You don't know where, though.
Queens?
Close, but no.
If you can identify Teresa's accent, call in.
Bronx?
Nope. Close.
Long Island, somewhere.
You got it, Long Island.
You look like Madonna. You get that all the time?
Ooh, Madonna.
Nobody ever told you that?
No.
Doesn't she look like Madonna?
I think so. Yeah.
I wish I had her money.
Yeah, I bet.
Can't sing like her, but
don't know. Try it out.
Since this would be a full-time job for some and a part-time job for others, when the people are there for full-time jobs, are they allowed to take like a week's vacation or something? And
it's actually per diem.
Oh, it is?
Health or per diem. Based on the opportunity of how many clients you have and who your client is. Usually it's 29 hours and less is what they are, but you could work, different cases.
Interesting.
What about the travel? Is that covered? If you, let's say you home base, you show up at work at top of the world, and the client this is a big county. It could be.
Right.
Is it just one county, by the way?
No, we're Marion, Citrus.
Oh, okay. So you could be all the way in Beverly. My mom lived in Beverly Hills, so you could be going to see somebody in Beverly Hills.
Right.
So that's what, 40 miles, maybe.
It's a case-by-case basis.
Okay. Do they get? Is the worker covering the gasoline costs herself, or?
Yeah, well, gasoline, yeah, but like I said, it's a case-by-case basis, so
Okay,
that's something
okay.
that would be discussed with the office manager in regards to mileage.
Do you go into assisted living facilities?
We can.
Oh, that's
you
a good
can?
question.
Yes, we can go in there. We can go in independent because it is private pay. So we can go to hospitals too, and help them in the hospitals as well.
I just
Wow.
I want to mention, if you're listening, you're going, oh, gosh, this seems like a lot, and it's under 40 hours a week or whatever. There are a lot of people who love this because
Oh, I
they
bet.
do work. We met someone who worked at an assisted living facility. He was able to he was here, I can't remember when, to be able to do this.
I seem to remember that,
Not on
yeah.
the side, but in
Yeah.
addition to. So
Right.
they love the flexibility of different days, different hours, and being able to do this. So this can be a
remember
really
him.
great fit for you if you're looking for that kind
And
of
this
work.
is the type of job that you have to love it. You have to love taking care of people. You can't just come in and say, oh, I'm just getting a paycheck. Your heart has to be in this
You're
job.
not a material girl, in other words.
No, I'm not a material girl.
He's honor roll. He's honor roll. Boom. Yeah.
Do you ever do job shadowing? Because when a person gets to be a senior in high school, maybe they might want to go into the medical field and just to get a little preview of what it's going to be. Do you allow the students?
We
that
are
going
doing
to
that
do
right now with somebody.
Oh, wonderful.
So we just started doing that, so I don't know how many, but we just started. We have a young gentleman that we're
Oh,
doing that
that's
with.
wonderful. That's excellent.
So,
Central Islip?
no, you're close. You're getting closer.
I'm close.
He's got a
You're
challenge.
getting close.
All right, so we want to know how. First of all, for the listeners, this interview, as it always is recorded as a video, so you have something to look at as well as listen to, and you can share this with somebody. If you have somebody in your life you know that this job would be perfect for. By 2:00 today, this video will be on YouTube and Facebook, and Laura gets it. We share it as well, and you can share it as well, Therese.
Okay, yep.
And maybe somebody will see it and share it. And if you have a question right now, you got about 2 minutes to call in 622-9622. Otherwise, get a hold of CareerSource and give us that information.
Yeah, CareerSourceCLM.com. You'll see our calendar of events. Click on today's date. You will see WOCA's AM Ocala Live / Visiting Angels. That will give you the information you need and how to apply. And as Therese said earlier, they are hiring all the time. So this does not have an expiration date. Sometimes they're looking to fill a position by a certain date, and there's only so many. Well, Visiting Angels, they will hire as many as they possibly can ongoing. So this is an evergreen. I mean, this information will be good for you moving into the future. So please check out the website, the calendar. We will post the video there and on our In the News as well.
So I don't know if this is going to be a curveball, but would a guy who doesn't really have the skills that you specifically laid out in this interview, but maybe he's a handyman, could he be on staff and then let's say one of the angels says, hey, the faucet's leaking, can Johnny come out? And Johnny comes out and he's got his toolbox and all that?
No.
You don't have a handyman guy?
No. You need at least, our requisitions is a year's experience.
Okay.
Hands-on, taking care of
So if
somebody.
the faucet's leaking, do you help him with that? You help him find?
I could find, yes, I have
somebody?
a list that I
Okay.
tell people where to go and who they can call on that handyman's.
Farmingdale?
No, now you went the other way.
I went the other way.
You went the other way.
Huntington.
I'm Suffolk County. No.
Suffolk County. Oyster
County.
Oyster Bay.
I was close to CI. I was close
never mind.
to.
It's going to be on his mind all day today.
No, I'm going to ask. Let me just ask.
Center Reach.
Where?
Center Reach.
Center Reach. It's one I don't know.
By Selden, Center Reach.
Okay,
yes.
okay. Laura Byrnes, thank you so much. Therese
welcome.
Lorenzi, thank you so much.
Thank you.
CareerSourceCLM.com is where you go to find out more about this. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.